One plus speed Saquon. Yes, yes, +1, let's go.
Still from 1995.
+3 catching traffic, I'll take that.
Keyword, they're Madden.
We about to play.
And then we'll go some after that.
Yo, Q. Yo, Q. Q. Click on the game. Yo, lead a stream. Lead a stream, Q. Yeah. No, leave the stream. Alright, bet.
What if someone was in the stream when you were playing them?
It's delayed anyways.
He said leave the stream.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store. Between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds.
Nah, man, I'm just listening to y'all tell them to play.
Past the 40-yard line.
Wait, what?
I'm just listening to y'all.
I was thinking, we said what?
Nah.
What are you saying? He's in your stream. He didn't lead a stream. He didn't lead the stream.
Why are you so loud?
Because he didn't lead the stream.
Oh my god, faggot.
For real?
Henry up the middle. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Wait, did you and him get a...
Again, it's Henry.
Where he gave you Henry?
And a good run here as he'll run it all the way down to the 4-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Solid running there. And CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw, no shot.
Yo, the Chiefs beat Tarek 56-0.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us in their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I mean, I can't tell. It doesn't mean...
They'll give Henry another shot. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Derrick Henry. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets will strike first here in this wild card matchup. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Out to the left there and complete.
That's because it's my creative playbook, so I'm going to use what I put in.
On the other side of midfield.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space. And
That's my creative playbook.
Catch the football. But that's this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And some room to maneuver.
Oh my God, he got a touchdown.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Saquon Barkley, 49 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
I don't see that.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
You got to take it off and put it back up. You hear me?
I need like 3 more upgrades.
I need 2 more plays.
You know, I can only human joystick with their hand.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kicks away.
I don't see it. Just send it to me.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Right out. Yeah, I see you home team. Huh?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working. That means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run, and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Okay, so go back all the way to like the main menu. Settings. Like where it says like everything like.
This time Wilson will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. In motion right is Robinson. On 3rd down, Wilson. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out, help you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation.
Yeah, but then like let's say I
Yo!
use the normal Chiefs playbook. Will
You!
this one every time that I edit?
Yo, what's up with y'all mans?
So like you just look at every play you want, right? Yeah. You just lamed out. So then after I'm done this, right? So let's say I swap shit, right? And then you press save. So how do I actually use it? Do I just use the Chiefs and then it'll have all this? And then you just put save, right? Okay, yeah. Put save and then put some playbook. I'm gonna put you like it's somewhere random about silver. What? Nah, something random. I don't even care. Oh, the 2142.
Oh my god, bro!
Alright, what happened, Q?
I'm really just like down.
Alright, and then now look at so like big plays, right? Like tell me like what do you run the most? Like gun? Like crossers, like play actions. Alright. Like play action crossers. Yeah, like something like that. Alright. There's so much shit, bro.
Yo, my tight end is a top 2 tight end.
See, like, you get just like, you take control of all the plays you want, alright? Alright, and then how do I actually use it? Like, once you go to the screen that says what playbook you want to use,
No, hold up.
how do you use it? It would just be like right there, watch. So you just look for it, and when you have it right there, it's gonna be the first thing. You don't have to like check it. Watch. Oh, it'll be the first thing. Watch. So I'll go to the Chiefs, right? And then just go to practice. And that's what I'm gonna do. Chill the kid. Goddamn, like uniform. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then you go normal. And you can make more than one, right? There's gonna be a bunch. Yeah. I got 500 plays, 500 custom plays. 500? Or you already have 300 because, like, cheat plays, you got, like, probably, like, 200 more plays in there, like, for other playbooks. Damn. Alright, thank you, bro. Thank you. I'm about to make the crazy one. Wait, what happened, Visa?
I like it.
Damn. You fix your Wi-Fi. Are you gonna give him his free touchdown? They both had touchdowns.
Game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, trips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. a real one. Only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya. I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it. What can I say, man? I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it again with Henry. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll run. It's Henry. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 26. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. That'll go as a pickup of 8. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Burrow on play action. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Play action. It's Burrow. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson from 6 yards away. And the Bengals will strike first here in this wild card matchup. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. There's Wilson. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Quez Watkins, 60 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson looking downfield for Kelsey. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six from Bengals TD.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown.
Charles, they are putting on a show right now. I mean, with that fumble return for the touchdown, you think about the size of this advantage. Heck, it's a 4-score game right now, and we're still in the first half.
And that has to be the highlight, Brandon, with how infrequently we see fumbles return to the house. But if you aren't inclined to pick this as the game signature play so far, you do have no shortage of alternatives to select from. This has been nothing short of a clinic. And as noted, we still have a half a ball to play.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense.
And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. Derwin James with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Now they go play action now. Burrow. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Let's get set. 180. 11. Check 13. Check 13.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. He's got room at the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyreek Hill, 52 yards. And the Bengals continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He finds Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Running from the gun with Henry. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. James Bradbury there to make the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's Wilson to throw. Rolling to his right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first.
Looking to throw. Wilson. Forced out to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
24 is the mic. You ain't going nowhere. 24 is the mic. There we go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Saquon Barkley, 28 yards. And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Berrios is going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
The handoff, running left, Henry. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
3 down. 24 is the mic. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Now Wilson. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team, because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the 27, Burrow. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. So maybe some signs of life. This has been a defense. They've been all over the map here in this first half, but they're coming through with a big play.
And sometimes that one play is what you need. And it sounds overly simple, but this is a team that was close to being down and out before halftime. So to come back and return the interception for a touchdown, that's big.
Yeah, maybe it can serve, Charles, like you were alluding to, as a little bit of a wake-up call for them. We'll see. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, good return up past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
In motion, Hill.
11 MT paint. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals are pouring it on. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here.
11 MT. 11 MT.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Berrios now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. In motion, Hill.
He's coming.
11, 11, 11.
28, he's coming. Check in.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Now Burrow on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
On second down, here's Barkley.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And the Jets will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception's really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Wilson.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Everyone's got 4. 4 down. Let's go.
Throwing is Wilson.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. They go play action with Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. Man open is Robinson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. A 1st down carry for Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's
Thrown all these interceptions, another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group is.
Hill diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really... And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football and give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
11. 26 Mike.
Here we go.
26 Mike. 26 Mike. You got nothing to work. You got nothing. 11.
In motion, Hill. 3rd and goal, Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
26 Mike. 26 Mike. Here we go. 12.
In motion, Hill.
12.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Jets are going to get the football back.
4th down and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession. And now here is another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Call it a gain of 4 there, but those yard markers a ways away here. 3rd down coming up. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
26 Mike. 26 Mike. I'm coming. I'm coming. 26 Mike. 26 Mike.
Here's Burrow. Going deep here for Watkins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Play action. Now Wilson. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 40 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Henry is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. He dumps it off for Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Wilson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their fan base at this point has to be thinking, is this finally the year we once again taste success in the playoffs? They're not there yet, but it's looking promising here in this 4th quarter. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll drop to throw. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
26, Mike.
A handoff to Barkley on the option. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down. Slot man moves right.
11, Thomas. 26, Mike. Watch the out.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That is into the hands of Hawkinson downfield. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Now they send a man in motion right. They'll try and throw for it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Hall.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Wilson. Flush to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man here is Conklin. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And the Bengals going to live to fight another week as we say thanks for watching and so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us, for my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our...
Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flip. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm balling like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh. Then the juke move, Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. It is not a game, it is not a game. Banging on your chest when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden.